Everyone thinks premium meta ads are about production value, big budget, fancy camera, cinematic lighting, or they think it's about spend. Like if you're putting 100 grand a month onto Meta, the ads just look premium because you can afford to make them premium. Neither of those is actually what's happening. The ads that consistently scale past 7 figures share a psychological pattern, and that pattern has to keep going long after the click. So in this video, I'm going to break down the psychology behind premium meta ads, how it plays out in the creative, and then how that same psychology has to carry through your landing page and your email flows. Because if it doesn't, the whole thing breaks. Let's get into it. First thing I want to clear up, when I say premium, I'm not talking about production value. I've seen phone shot UGC hit $1 million in monthly revenue, and I've seen shoots that cost 50 grand flop on launch. Premium in meta ads is actually 4 things: confidence, specificity, restraint, and message discipline. The ad feels like it knows exactly who it's talking to, and it doesn't overclaim. It doesn't feel like it's shouting. It doesn't feel like it's trying to trick you. And the reason that matters is because the psychology of buying something premium is different to the psychology of buying something cheap. If the ad feels desperate or hypey or too good to be true, people don't just scroll past. They actually downgrade the brand in their head. You can't sell a premium outcome with a discount bin ad. So before the product claim ever lands, the ad has to telegraph that the brand is confident. That's the baseline. Everything after this is about how you do that. There are 3 psychological levers inside the ad itself that decide whether a scroll turns into a click. I'll take them one by one. First is the stop. This is the pattern interrupt. But pattern interrupt doesn't mean bright colors or fast cuts. It means the opening is matched to the awareness stage of the person watching. If your audience is category aware, meaning they already know the problem exists and they know there are products like yours that solve it, the stop can be a product shot, a result, a before and after. If your audience is less aware, meaning they don't even know the category exists yet, the stop has to be a problem. A moment of, wait, that's me. A category aware stop fails on a less aware audience every time, and the other way around. Most brands get this wrong because they build one stop and blast it at everyone. Second is the identification. Within the first 3 seconds, the viewer has to feel like the ad is for them specifically, not their demographic, them. And this is where being specific wins. For busy mums who want a quick breakfast is more powerful than for anyone looking for a healthy snack. The narrower the identification, the more people actually lean in. Sounds counterintuitive, but it's consistent across every account I've scaled. People only lean in when something feels made for them. Third is the proof, and this is where premium ads look really different to everything else. The proof in a premium ad is concrete. It's a number, an object, a demonstration, a real person saying a real thing. Not the best pre-workout ever, not thousands of happy customers. Those phrases are so overused, they actually register as empty. Specific wins. Vague claims don't, every time. Now, one rule when you're producing these, don't default to UGC alone. Premium ads come from a mix. UGC for relatability, founder-led for authority, and in-house product content to show off the product and the brand itself. And when you're remixing raw footage into multiple openers, vary across 4 dimensions: composition, who's on screen, text overlay, and pacing. If you don't vary across those, the algorithm reads your new ads as the same ad. So someone clicks the ad, now what? The landing page is where most brands lose the sale they already paid to acquire. The ad builds up this psychological momentum. The viewer is leaning in, they're identifying the proof has hit, and then they land on a generic product page that doesn't mention any of what the ad just said, and the spell breaks. The landing page has to continue the exact conversation the ad started. Same promise, same tone, same language, same visual cues. We call this message match. If the ad said, the pre-workout for people who hate the jitters, the headline on the LP should say the same thing, not shop our clean energy blend. That sounds obvious, but I audit brands every week who get this wrong. Second thing, the trust signals need to feel like they belong in the same brand world as the ad. A premium ad with a cluttered product page full of neon discount badges breaks the continuity. Shipping, reviews, guarantees, they should all be there, but presented in a tone that feels confident, not performative. And third, match the landing page type to the audience's awareness stage. Category aware audiences can handle a product page because they already know what they want. Less aware audiences need something longer, like an advertorial or a listicle that actually builds the problem before the product pitch. And if you've got an audience that's stuck between a few options, a quiz funnel is usually a right play because it lets them self-identify into the right product. One tactical note while you're here, once you've got winning ads running to your product page, A great next test is routing those same winners to an alternative landing page, like an advertorial, inside a duplicated campaign. This is actually part of my super campaign structure, which is a whole framework on its own. If you want the full breakdown on how I set that up, check out the video on super campaigns, I'll link it below. Now the part most founders underinvest in, email. Ads buy the first purchase, email buys the second, third, and fourth. And here's the thing, if the ad feels premium and the landing page feels premium, but all the welcome emails sound like a template someone installed off a Shopify plugin, the whole feeling breaks the moment they hit the inbox. The promise the ad made has to carry into the welcome flow, the abandoned cart, the post-purchase, and the browse abandonment flows. Same voice, same promise, and premium brands actually do both sides of the email mix. Your weekly campaigns can absolutely have beautifully branded designs because that's part of reinforcing the brand feel. But mix in plain text emails too, especially from the founder or the team, because those feel personal, and that personal touch is its own kind of premium. Heavy templated emails for every single send starts to feel like a broadcast, not a brand. And the campaign rhythm matters too. One thoughtful email a week for 6 months will build more brand identity than one perfect campaign every quarter. That consistency is what makes it feel premium. Okay, here's the thing that ties this whole video together. The premium feel isn't any one piece. It's not the ad alone, it's not in the landing page alone, it's not in the email alone, it's the compound effect of all three making the same promise, in their own format. And this is why a lot of brands that have great ads still struggle to scale. The ad is doing its job. The landing page is saying something slightly different. The welcome email sounds like a different brand entirely. Every handoff leaks a bit of trust, and by the time the buyer is supposed to convert, they've felt 3 different brand voices in the span of 10 minutes. The psychology just breaks. So here's a framework I want you to try. I call it the promise test. It takes about 5 minutes to run on your own funnel. Step 1, write down in one sentence the single promise your ad is making. Not the feature list, the promise. What does the viewer believe they're going to get? Step 2, open your landing page. Does the headline make the same promise? Not a similar promise, the same promise, in a language the ad would use. And step 3, open the first 3 emails in your welcome flow. Do they make the same promise? If any of those 3 diverge, that's where your funnel is leaking. The fix is usually not new creative, it's realigning the message across the stack. When all 3 are consistent, conversion rates stop feeling like a coin flip. Repeat purchase rates climb, the ads feel like they're working harder even though you haven't changed them. That's the stack effect, and that's what premium actually means on this channel. So to bring it all together, premium meta ads aren't about production value or spend, they're about psychological consistency across the funnel. The ad sets up a promise, the landing page continues it, and the email flows reinforce it. When all 3 are aligned, you've got a premium brand. When they're not, you're just paying Meta to acquire traffic that bounces. Now, all of this is just a small part of what you actually need to scale your e-commerce brand with profitable Meta ads. You also need to nail your attribution setup, your offer structure, and your creative testing rhythm. If you want to be sure you're not wasting time and money on the mistakes most brands make, check out the first link in the description to claim your free audit and work with me directly. But even more importantly, make sure to watch this full breakdown of my entire paid advertising playbook that makes millions. I'm sure you'll find some gems for your brand. See you there.